round game, maybe a bit of overtime, Alex, as I speculated before. Got a feeling it's going to get there as well. This is where you'll see the big clutches. We see JW let off the leash. This is where it gets exciting.
Yeah, and flusha's just been in his zone the whole way through, so we've got ourselves a nice clash of these talents. Stewie as well, finding his footing on the end stages of that second map. Yeah, it took him a map and a half to find it, but now an important and integral component of the Liquid machine is well oiled.
He'll be AWPing on in Mirage as well, so watch out for that. His AWP looks pretty decent actually on the second stages of Inferno, so hopefully he can live up and deliver.
Now, something worth mentioning before we jump into our third map and find out who will be playing Astralis as they cut each other in the server, a reminder that there is going to be something pretty sharp elsewhere. It's going to be ECS After Dark. Now, join Parlor, players and talent on ECS After Dark. It's the post-game show where we try and get to know the characters in the community a little more. They also have international recording artist Wayne John Bob here.
No way.
Wayne John Bob.
He's in the building.
He is, to provide musical accompaniment, and it's right here, straight after today's matches. You can watch all of that exclusively on caffeine.tv/faceit. That's caffeine, that's CAFFEINE.tv.
That's right TV. After this game as well. So don't go anywhere. Make sure as soon as this game finishes, you're going to want to hear from the players, you're going to hear from the talent, see what everyone's been up to. I believe we've got some very special guests as well, so that's going to be exciting. So make sure you tune in for it. It's always a lot of fun. It's a lot more casual and exciting. You'll see some fireworks go off, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness, okay, so I can wear my normal people clothes.
You can wear whatever you like, sweetheart.
Oh my goodness. Not according to those on Twitter, but that's a conversation for another time. Bite my tongue. I certainly can't repeat what they've said, but
exactly.
We have got Mirage. And actually, the point we were making before, if you have just joined us, welcome. But we were talking about Mirage showing up in what seems to be one of the few times we've actually seen it here in Texas. I did get corrected as well on Twitter, that wallbang from EliGE that I was talking about, it has connected before. There was an example kill versus FaZe. I believe he caught Rain with that very wallbang. So there's obviously rhyme behind the reason, and it has found kills, not necessarily just damage.
Yeah, that's what I want to see that happen. I want to see some more innovative plays on the Mirage. Like, Mirage is the kind of quintessential map, this cookie cutter at this point. Every team plays it the same way. We've seen pretty much everything that can be done. The one I referenced earlier was the Astralis smoke top and middle on the CT side. That's about as exciting as it's got in the last year or so. We haven't really seen that many developments, but hopefully these two teams can deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, your final map of the day. Let me hear what you got! That's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
I'll give you 60%. Let's see if you can get any better as Liquid look to chart things off with a bang here on the pistol. Our third map, and already a double look from the CTs. It's going to be KRIMZ and JW responsible for middle. And a Molotov on the pistol, that's going to enable them to completely nullify window, but oh, flusha, he's holding the line and he's holding it beautifully. A double kill to start it off, and another one. First bullet that leaves the pistol of Golden. It's the golden gun, perhaps, and another second. Not quite as neat and tidy, but the job is the same. Nitro's left in a 1 versus 4. Wishing he had found the final bullet into Golden would have made it a little more manageable, but this just seems like too much for him to chew on.
Yeah, I don't think he's got much of a chance here. It's flusha aggressive towards short that open things up, and it'll be Golden to close things down. 5 frags between the two of them. Impressive scenes there, and the third and final map. Last game of the day as well. Looking to play Astralis in that grand final. So that's a fantastic bit of work here from flusha. You can see him holding the P2000. It's got that tap potential here, and we'll see him live up to expectations. He's been phenomenal all tournament long, and he continues to look devastating here on Mirage.
It's not just his aim, it's not just his movement, but something else that, you know, we had Launders fanboying over flusha, saying he's the best player in the world, and then regretting how much he fanboyed. But there is so much to it. It was also the fact that he had such a quick reaction time attached to all of this. So many pros, so damn good, and that clearly is the end of me stating the obvious. So instead, just Glocks and a run boost does get them out of middle without too much resistance. Now the resistance arrives in the form of JW with his M4, and he can just massacre. Supportive flashes arriving, and only one member of Team Liquid wasn't flashed as they fell.
Well, there you go then. Very effective scenes there as fnatic have a clean sweep, but they know the AKs are coming out now. In terms of their general setup, they do have a decent plethora of rifles. You can see they've got one M4 in the hands of JW, a couple of FAMASs as well for flusha and KRIMZ, MP9s for the remaining two players there. So, not many options in terms of aggression on the CT side of Mirage, but how can they make this one work? I'm sure they've got some tricks up their sleeve. This is the smoke we were talking about before. That's going towards top and middle. We'll see whether that's going to be effective enough for them to actually push up and find this first kill.
Didn't quite go where it was supposed to.
No, it did not, did it? Not at all.
Full control of middle. Fortunately, there wasn't a push up top middle that typically follows that smoke.
Well, I like that idea though. The fact you were going to smoke the top of it and suggest you're getting aggressive, then they're going to have to use their utility. The little they have on the T side, considering the stage of the game we're in so far. But the smoke not landing at all allows Liquid to get full mid control. And that's always the thing we talk about here on Mirage, as they make their way towards that connector, looking for any sort of boosts. And he plays in towards connector. KRIMZ is known to be in that position almost every single round. He is the master of that spot. But for now, 1 smoke remains, and they'll have to go for a contact play here. JW jumping for information. He spots a couple of players there, and he calls for the backup. Great shot from range.
Long range, yeah, with the MP9, and they're trying to bait in that there's only one under the balcony. flusha does have the element of surprise and manages to connect the first. Twistzz could have got caught as well if it wasn't for naf doing spectacular work from Palace. EliGE does the same elsewhere. Golden yet to fall, but this one looks like it's nothing but a formality. Weapons and numbers, including the numbers on that bomb as they continue to tick away.
Yeah, it was a decent effort there, especially from Brollan with range of the MP9 as well. They had a double stack towards Shadow. Could have been a lot better for them, but unfortunately Liquid is overwhelmed with their firepower, and Golden will be taken care of as well. The first round for Liquid, pretty convincing one with 3 players surviving, but still going to be money there for the fnatic side. There'll be compromises for sure, be more of the same. They'll have a couple of rifles, SMGs, maybe a scout into the mix, considering how JW has been performing that weapon. They do have the option to partially buy into this one as well. They don't have to go all in, but the way the game's played today, it feels like every round is a force buy at this point. But I can see Deagles being purchased, so maybe the more conservative approach is being presented here. And indeed it is. It's actually pretty much an eco, just 2 players with Kevlar, and it means they can actually bring out everything they need going forward. Looking at bigger picture right now, there's no need to panic. This will just go 2-2, and they'll be into the gun rounds next.
I don't want to say it's out of character, because that's probably just a bit,
it kind of is,
hyperbole,
you know,
but yeah.
Like you would expect, especially at that sort of money, like it's a pretty respectable buy considering they're not established at all on the T side. You can see if they did win this round of a force buy, they would shut down the finances of Liquid, and they would have control. But it is a high risk play. You're better off in the third and final map displaying the percentages and looking to win games with your rifles and your defaults you've practiced instead of trying to take massive gambles.
Lovely maneuvers from Brollan. Not only does he get the information, he comes back for a taste and, well, just give Twistzz a lick down to 75. That's a lovely coordinated assault, though. They regain control of ramp, but Twistzz not letting go of W just yet. Does get himself all the way out to Tetris. KRIMZ, though, takes the first, a chance for the second. That's good damage into Nitro, but hits the crouch key and the bullets over the top of his head. Golden will finish, though, what KRIMZ starts, and actually just the one bullet connecting into naf from Palace. The round prior, where naf did so much work from Palace, getting that triple kill in the end to secure the first. Now the second for Liquid as we get ourselves back to an even kill, and now it's time to see if that extra round, that extra finance injection is going to pay off for fnatic.
Well, JW has the AWP. They have an organ hands of Brollan. Don't see that weapon too often these days, but it's very effective on a map like Mirage. Big round here.
It depends where they put him. I'm interested to know if he's going to, because he's been playing close. Do you want to play close, especially considering the changes to the Org's hipfire? I mean, it's interesting. See what Brollan ends up doing and how it works out for him. On fire, straight up to the top of middle. It's KRIMZ. Does he really want to re-peek? Of course he does. First blood and then some, but Stewie straight ahead, spearhead of this assault. He's so deep into B. They're going to have to respect it. Golden, he seems to be fully aware of it, but Twistzz can now apply pressure from elsewhere. Golden's already tagged. The smoke's only going to keep him alive for so much longer as finally Twistzz will catch him. JW with some aggressive maneuvers of his own does enable him to find somewhat of a level state. Oh, naf. That only works with the Krieg, especially that efficiently. Now just KRIMZ. He's already on for a 2K and now looking to do that again. The smoke, the Molotov. No kit, unfortunately. Maybe one on the site and didn't quite catch a glimpse. But this seems all too good for Liquid. There's the Molotov.
Yeah, trying to flush him out. It's going to work out quite nicely. KRIMZ is just so good. Now in the 1 versus 1 against Twistzz. And did he spot him? Not quite. He's going to tuck himself in the corner. So nice move there from Twistzz. And he will manage to get the final kill as well. Comes right down to the wire there. It started with that mid push from KRIMZ. A couple of kills found. But Golden, he couldn't hold on to the lead there. He managed to get himself stuck in towards the corner towards Van. And at that stage, he was taken down eventually. Twistzz knew he was there. It was just a matter of time before he found him. And that was a great shot from naf. Manages to get that Krieg out and take down the AWPer as well. That's nuts. Didn't even use the scope there.
I assumed he did. I mean, I just figured that there was no way in which he could have been so precise with such a small gap, but made it work. And now back to the pistols. fnatic having to swallow their pride after their pistol victory.
Indeed. This is pretty much full eco once again. 3-2 down. Desert Eagles are out. Survival map for the pistol, but without the armor and utility, it's unlikely they'll do much of this. They have one flashbang, suggests they'll be coordinating some sort of assault, usually towards middle, but they're not stacked in any particular position right now. Holding up in a pretty default formation. That goes for both teams right now, as Brollan does get flashed in towards A ramp. No one there to receive.
EliGE will hear that. Oh, and now he's got to pick his poison. 2 opportunities for a frag, and Golden actually gets one. Now KRIMZ another. Things starting to spiral downwards for Liquid in this round. Still plenty of time to stabilize, and Twistzz making no secret of his presence in B. He wants to try and pick the pace up here. They think they have the timing, and they do. They're right to do so. Already he gets himself into B, and now they have 50 seconds to play with a whole lot more of the map open. CTs need to be hunted down, and Golden, he was their golden goose. The rifle's gone, the Kevlar's gone, and now the frags start to flurry in for Liquid. 2, bomb down, only pistols, a Kevlar vest for KRIMZ, but this one looks like it's sealed.
It was a great start there, a couple of pistol frags, but choosing to go towards B, knowing they spotted multiple players towards the A side of the map there. They managed to get through, find 2 very important kills, and it looks like things are starting to stabilize now. They're the ones with the utility. They can drop the Molotovs towards window, they can smoke off the key choke points. Naflight is making sure everything's calm here as he holds towards the Bartman's position, as we're calling the B apartments now.
Yeah, I like it, Bartman.
And at this stage, we'll see if this is where Team Liquid can keep 3 players alive. A little bit of an uncomfortable round, but overall managed to fend off the eco there. That would have been disastrous to give that one up. And now it's up to the CTs to try and see if they can lock them in. Maybe find some weapons at the end of this round, but you can't survive the blast in that position. And will the CTs force the issue? Brollan will have to go. He'll get 1. Ooh. Not even that. He would have gone down regardless. So decent effort. Not really much to write home about apart from these great kills from Golden there. There was a second frag towards the A side of the map. That was courtesy of KRIMZ. Looked like it was enough. They pushed him in towards B side, but that shot from Nitro, that sealed the deal. That got them right back in the round.
That was it. And I mean, you can see just how differently that looks. If Golden doesn't go down immediately,
yes,
those 2 players in Naps, they can't acknowledge the flank. Naf's not checking his back because he's still focused on that short player.
Yep.
That quick kill from Nitro did really guarantee the take onto B. So 4 rounds now to Liquid. And in this timeout, it's a chance for Samuelson to be on that microphone. I haven't seen too many of these actually throughout this series.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. There hasn't been many tactical timeouts at all. Considering the landslide scorelines we've had as well, you'd think we'd see a bit more of this, but both teams apparently very comfortable from a tactical point of view. And we'll get into the next round. So, that was the eco from fnatic. They do have a full buy once again. All about the JW. He had to really come online with the weapon. AK with him in the hands of KRIMZ. That's a nice recovery. Smokes deployed.
Smooth from flusha, and they are on their way to middle as well. Flash could not have been better timed to get EliGE across there without the info. Of course, it's info in itself that you have no info. In the wonderful world of Counter-Strike.
Indeed. It's going to be an A-side attack here. Maybe an execution from Liquid. Haven't seen one for them yet. Been lots of defaults, lots of fast plays. 3 players outside the A ramp right now. We've got Stewie 2K. We said to be opening on Mirage. He's got that very weapon towards the Palace position right now as EliGE will just flush out the connector spot. Make sure KRIMZ isn't up to his usual antics here. Find an opening kill as well. JW going to be tested here.
Smoke's good for him to have an angle over it, but that's likely going to be pre-fired, and there you can see the suppressing bullets coming out now. Force JW off as the bomb can go down completely uncontested. Look how serene that experience is.
Picture perfect, really. Such a brilliant round of CS there. You've got EliGE getting the opening frag, shuts that prospect down, and the bomb's planted. Now a 4 versus 3. No kits available right now, but they are going to go for this by looks of things. We've got 2 players towards CT. Flash is being exchanged at this point. Molotov's still there for the defuse. We'll see if EliGE can continue his great run so far in this round. There's the Molotov. Is it enough?
It's going to be not respected by Golden, but caught leaping. Just JW now. Likely going to want to keep hold of that AWP, maybe catch Twistzz on the way out. It was a hard shot to hit, and so he'll just try and keep hold of his weapon. It's not necessarily a guarantee, though, because look, Naf, knife out. He's already got himself in the hidey hole. JW, he has to go for the hero, no scope.
That would have been so nuts if he pulled that one off, but his days were numbered. They knew he was locked in towards CT spawn there. That's such a great round for Liquid. So how did EliGE actually get this kill? It was towards window. Right. So Brollan was in that position. His teammates are ready towards A, and as soon as they commit, the smokes go down, the bomb's planted. Really nice round there, and nothing the CTs could do to even challenge that. They lose absolutely everyone in the process, and at this stage, it looks like fnatic will be on yet another eco here. A bit more of a partial bias, I suppose, with the Scout and the MP9 out, but still getting overwhelmed here. 5-2 down on the CT side of Mirage after winning that pistol as well.
Yeah, Liquid really were undaunted, unfazed by the opening 2 from the Swedes, and now it does seem like this map is firmly in their grasp. But a fnatic win with just Deagles and SMGs, a Scout, that's what ignites the flare that we enjoy watching so much. Will there be more resistance to come? My God! Does he have his nose pressed to the monitor? Because I can't see anything. Great shot. Headshot into Nitro. Gives them the start of potentially a very important round here.
They've come close to a few upsets of these sort of setups. Remember that 5-on-3 they had? It all fell apart on this side of the map towards B. EliGE is down to 10 as well. A nice boost for Golden. And the bomb makes its way back towards T-spawn at this point. So they're going to finish up towards A, and that's the correct move. You can see a B stack there from the CT side towards the B bomb site.
Is there anyone to get info early on A? There's nothing.
There's Brollan with an MP9. That's about it.
I mean, he could have a little investigation on top of stairs, catch a glimpse on ramp. That's pretty much the only way in which this information is gathered before the full walk-in. Will they go silent? It's possible. Seems like a contact play actually coming in from that now. You can see he's investigating. Well, that's one way to get the info. A bullet lodged into his skull, courtesy of EliGE.
Yeah, with 10 HP no less as well. So 4-on-4, still a slight chance here for fnatic, but that chance is shrinking by the second. As soon as that bomb goes down, they're going to have a very difficult order in front of them. And still, JW delivering the headshots here with the Desert Eagle. They're actually looking quite deadly here, fnatic. 14 seconds remain. The bomb's not being planted. It's going to be denied at this point. 2 players on 10 HP, but still they find the kills here. 2-on-2, bomb down, and now does JW. He still has a fighting chance here. Down to the 1-on-1, Alex.
Twistzz only got 4 HP. So much hard work from fnatic, and he can profit. JW! Wonderful scenes from him. fnatic as a whole, they work together. That only works because of the damage dealt to Twistzz. JW was low himself. Spectacular to find the third, and this is what I was talking about. That's going to ignite a fire in their belly.
That's ridiculous. The fact there was an opening pick from EliGE there. It looked like the bomb was going to be planted, no problem. They started to run out of time, though. The scout shot connects. flusha opening things up there. We'll slow that one right down. Have a look at it. Look, that's beautiful. And JW, 4 kills in total, of course. Open things up. You think, okay, that's probably all he gets. But, of course, he closes things out. No problem whatsoever. Second kill there, and then he knows Twistzz is low. Just pre-firing every position, trying to find out where he is. Gets the wall bang, gets the defuse. 5-3, fnatic right back in this one now.
I've got a feeling we could be seeing that 5-5. Let's see if Liquid can stabilize immediately. Out to middle they go. And KRIMZ challenging from connector. A sentence almost every caster must utter in fnatic CT side Mirage.
It's a very good point. He'll be there pretty much every single round and normally doing a very good job. Smoked out for now, JW rattles off a shot towards top of middle. Damage being exchanged, his Nitro down to 49. Smoking connector now. Plenty of time as EliGE tries to pull a frag back in their favor. The smoke connects. In terms of their setup, the bomb's still down towards T-spawn, so this is just them trying to get connector control, try and find a pick if they can, and EliGE, he'll get it. Takes the AWPer down as well.
Yeah, that's a very hard fight to win. Makes it look easy, though. Now, what's that utility being expended towards A? Is this just smoke and mirrors? It does seem to be pressure applied towards A. Brollan dancing. He does have some support, though. You can see the weapon. KRIMZ has to transfer, and he does. Wow. Seamless. Perfect. And a fourth for fnatic, unless EliGE can do something absurd. You know, nothing. Absolutely nothing, because his brain's been splattered across the walls of connector.
It really has. And this is fnatic really coming online now. This is where we go the full distance. This is the map that's going to deliver. No landslides here, and it will be fnatic fully in control of this situation in terms of finances. We are going to see Brollan there. That's a great shot with the AUG. And KRIMZ, he did spot that initial player Stewie 2K first, but had to ignore him. Go for the first, then the transfer. flusha closes things out in a clinical manner. And we'll have a pretty much full eco here. Just some upgraded pistols, 1 smoke, couple of flashes. Objective to get that bomb down if possible as they send 5 players towards B. Not going to be rushing it. Going to wait for the initial utility to come through and then just try and flash over, see if there's anything that can be done here.
So it's clear that flusha has been doing his homework more than JW, because that top mid smoke was perfect.
There we go. Well, nade is absolutely devastating.
Out they go, regardless, and with the first frag drawn, it's down to flusha, and he's got no issues with the first 2. Stewie causes trouble, though. And into the site, my goodness, with a bomb plant as well. Now they're picking up weapons. Liquid, they can make this a bit awkward. Sweaty palms, but not for Brollan, as it's a perfect and precise nade into Naf. Just down to EliGE there, bomb planted. Liquid, they feel like they're probably happy with what they've already managed to pull out of this round. A couple of kills and a bomb plant with very little thrown into the round.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted out of that one. Sure, it could have been a little bit closer, I suppose, to the advantages they found, but couldn't really kind of gather the weapons and get in decent positions there. You saw 2 nades come through and find kills there, so it did a lot of damage at the very start. The initial HE just devastated them. They couldn't really do much more than find a couple of kills and get the bomb down, which is all they really wanted there. They get the extra money, and now they're back into the gun round here with no AWP on the T side. They can have 3 KRIMZ, 2 AKs, which is absolutely fine, more than serviceable, as we do go 5-5. AWP still for JW here, 10 frags to his name. Smoke from Naf towards mid.
It's a little late, wants to give Stewie a chance to establish some line. As is KRIMZ extinguishing the molly, that's just going to be something for him to play around should he hear the steps or have the call made that they want to aggress into middle. For now, just passive. Everything has been so refined on Mirage, just seeing the little details, the fact that the Stewie repeatedly will put a couple of bullets jumping on top of those mid boxes to find that line towards the connector corner. Re-smoking towards the window. So much utility being expended, and that's enough of a cue for KRIMZ. Throws bullets down range and straight into EliGE.
Yeah, great opening pick, and there's only 1 smoke remaining on the T side. They're going to have to go for a contact play here at the A ramp from Brollan. He's getting in position to shut that down. Gets himself towards Shadow for now, but actually vaults up the ladder. Stewie pulls one back, and now you can see Brollan trying to work out what's happening here. What's the next play from Liquid? Apparently, it's frags and brutal aggression towards the A side of the map.
KRIMZ, he's in the perfect position. He's managed to sneak towards the triple box, and therefore the utility thrown towards CT won't bother him. The bullets from Nitro will, though. Now just 2, Golden and flusha. They can't stop this bomb from going down, certainly now with a safe plant spot adopted, and now with Palace and default lines held. God, what do you do? Likely another round for Liquid. A fantastic performance as they take the A side. They've had a lot of success over there.
They really have. That's been their most valuable part of the map for sure. They've looked very strong. They've managed to trade out kills effectively, but they had no utility making their way towards A there. They expended most of it towards middle, had to walk in with the contact play, nailing the shots, splitting between the A ramp and of course, the Palace position, and at that stage, nothing could be done. Headshots were found. Brollan,
I mean, Naf's molly screwed him there.
Yeah.
And straight up, just as Twistzz was about to start that campaign out ramp, the flames arrived and forced Brollan to take that fight at an inopportune moment. So the 6th for Liquid, they respond after 3 off the bat from fnatic. 6-5. We have got ourselves a fantastic 3rd map ahead. Tell your friends, ECS Season 8, they need to find out who will join Astralis in the grand finals tomorrow. Let's see it from Twistzz POV. So yeah, Brollan just forced into the open by that flame.
Yeah, exactly that. Working together, synergizing well, and it will be the lead for Liquid now, 6-5. But they did save the AUWP and the M4 there, so still a buy available with all the bells and whistles attached to it. They've got all the utility they could possibly ask for. Diffuse kits across the board as well, and a little bit of cash left over. 3,400 for Brollan, as JW looks for the mid-cross. Always going to be smoked off. Has to try and stop their assault towards short. Focusing towards the mid-boxes for now. Will he be given an opportunity? They are jumping around that smoke. Good nade.
And that nade could only be the beginning for the pain train. The molly arrives, forces a smoke. Plenty of information, and now actually Liquid truly on the back foot. Stewie and EliGE, who are just going to have to ride this smoke out before they can continue. Another teammate joins them this time. It's the healthy Nitro. I saw Nitro in Crocs yesterday.
They were stylish Crocs. They were padded.
They looked good. They had like fur insides.
Yeah, I really liked them.
He kind of made me want a pair. I can't believe I'm saying it. Nitro made me want a pair of Crocs. I don't mind that. That's the reality I'm living in.
I feel like you should realize that. You should make sure that you should make that happen.
Yeah, I'll wear them on broadcast. That would give some more fuel to the Twitter fire, wouldn't it?
It absolutely would.
Here we go. Nice line from JW. Oh no, it's the barrel. It's not the body. And so pulling the trigger, that's actually going to incite some aggression out of Liquid. Look at them. They're charging straight down into the site, and with Golden plucking them out of the air. The second can't even get his feet on the ground, and this one's a clean one. Nothing they can do. JW with a lovely 2 two-piece to wrap it all up.
Yeah, 5 players survived that. It's going to be all tied up here. It's the B approach from Liquid that is a little bit underwhelming towards the end. They barely broke through the main choke point, shut down by the initial utility here. It cost them so much HP that HE grenade actually managed to do like 100 damage towards top of middle. They extinguish Molotovs and then make their way towards B. Pretty lackluster approach, and you can see JW and Golden handling it no problem whatsoever. They knew exactly what was happening there. And now we'll have a look at the finances for Team Liquid. They do have 3 Kriegs for now. 3,800 for EliGE, Nitro, 3K. He'll probably be down to a Galil. But we do have a tactical timeout now for the North Americans. Third and final map here. Astralis, I'm sure they're watching. They're already in the grand final, working out who their opposition will be.
Still seeing more UMPs. Maybe I'm making it up, but I do want someone to trawl through the HLTV weapon stats just to see if we are seeing an influx in that SMG in particular.
Yeah,
it's like they've swapped the Mac 10 for the UMP. What happened to the Mac 10? Someone decided, like, yes, it's great, but for an extra 100 and X bucks, you can get that plus armor pen plus range. You know, like the damage fall off of the Mac 10 is a bit poo-poo.
I thought it would be like Galil by default for that sort of buy, but he obviously wants all the utility to go with it. And here's KRIMZ now heading towards that underpass position. EliGE more than ready for it. He'll find the opening pick. There's no response there. They can put the brakes on now and see if there's any sort of reaction from the CT side. Well, they push towards B. That's normally the go-to stance when you lose a frag like this. And in terms of the CT, they're not really doing too much right now. They are going to push towards shore, so trying to get anything they can back at this stage.
With EliGE just propped up now.
Yeah, he can focus towards shore. Eventually make his way towards window once they commit towards A.
It's such a powerful, like, linchpin in your assault on A.
Just when all the attention's gathered, you can sacrifice this player for now, considering you have a 5-on-4. Stewie 2K to focus towards Connector, and EliGE will come online later on, once the bomb's been committed.
And they've got time to really just rot that clock down now. You know, they don't have to panic too much. They've got their ace up their sleeve established. Of course, if EliGE does get caught by some CT investigations, this whole castle comes crumbling down. And so it begins.
Good incendiary setup. Will it be enough? One player already broken through.
Yeah, look at Naf. He's already towards the Tetris. He will start to check his corners. JW gets one. Brollan, what is the second? A quick follow-up onto Nitro. And this is EliGE. Unfortunately, yes, you are in a perfect position, but now, as all of the other components of this assault have been taken away by fnatic, there's nothing he can do. Gives it a good shot. A second for flusha and a 7th for fnatic.
Yeah, that was a 5-on-4 as well. They lose that opening pick, and you feel like that's going to be the round itself. They're going to execute towards A and have no problem whatsoever. Here's the opening frag towards underpass. KRIMZ goes down. You know, the connector's probably open at this stage, but JW, he's ready and waiting, and Brollan, that second kill is just absolutely insane.
Oh, shout out to the observing, by the way. We just got all of the first-person perspective of all of those frags in the mind of fnatic, but still, just going to be seeing the sidearms, and not a single bit of Kevlar for this one for Liquid. It's going to be an execute and maybe cross their fingers and toes for a plant.
Yeah. Standard smokes and flashes, try and get the bomb down, see if you can find a rifle. We can see Brollan, that's nice. He'll buy some time here, doesn't have to overcommit. Just make sure he keep an eye on the bomb going down. They found the first kill, maybe a couple here. The bomb will be planted, that's okay. There's no point sacrificing rifles to deny that. Like, make sure you keep everyone alive in this sequence. Nitro might be able to get a frag here. There's the orb towards CT spawn, but it's a clean sweep. They're going to buy up next round anyway, so they'll be happy with that. fnatic will be winning the half at 8-6 at this point. The final round coming up next.
Quite the turnaround after the spree that Liquid went on after fnatic's pistol win and conversion. It was what, 5, I believe? 5-2. And then a response in kind from fnatic, winning 6 of the last 7 rounds here on the CT side of our final map. Loser goes home, an exit in the semi-final. Winner plays Astralis for the championship. And the chants begin.
Yeah.
Reality setting in for the home crowd here, for the home team, of course, Team Liquid. Down and perhaps going to lose and concede another round here. There is a gap for JW to exploit. However, the flashes are good, and now he can't see anything. Grey screen on grey screen. Forced out. Warning shot is all he's fired so far.
Double orb set up here. KRIMZ with the secondary sniper. Mid control granted towards Liquid here. And here's Brollan. You can see he wants to get stuck in there towards Palace. He wants to see what's going on. EliGE making the run more sure, but flusha been so good so far. Gets the dink, but not much else. 5-on-4 once again, but Liquid have struggled to convert these. Can KRIMZ make the orb sing here? Holding towards the A side, watching the connector, this time at a distance.
Another smoke. Second one arriving in towards window. The price EliGE paid for that battle with flusha is this low HP. It doesn't make that lurker role more appealing. It's going to leave him to his own devices for a while as this assault comes in. I love the off-angle here. Naf's going to get caught checking, or is he? He was so ready for that.
Yeah, that's so fast. It's crazy. KRIMZ now have to show us what he's capable of with the AWP. Good for one frag. It's the final round. They have to go for all this. JW and Golden rotating in, but they're so far away. As JW arrives at the scene of the crime, he can't deny the plan at all. He gets that shot. Maybe there's a chance there. Throws away the AWP, finds the M4. They've left that in spawn on purpose. And Molotov through it. It's not going to be that disastrous. They can still push past that, but still not looking good for fnatic here on the retake.
Yeah, not at all, especially considering two members of Liquid ready to play the after plan from connector. Naf still in Palace. Seems to be his home here on the T side, and so it stays as close as it possibly could. No complaints from the Counter-Strike fans, I'm sure plenty from the teams, and that is the second half on its way. The final half of our final semi-final. It is a fantastic close affair between the two, and we're going to see how it concludes after the break. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to find out who will join Astralis in the grand finals. Liquid and fnatic locking horns on Mirage. And already, fnatic looking to go for a rather fast pistol here.
Oh, yes, indeed. It's going to be two smokes set up, and we've got a B stack from Liquid. We saw this in Inferno as well. They had 4 players towards R2, if you remember. Yeah. It was a great setup, but this one, anything but. They've only got 1 player on this side of the map. That's going to be Twistzz. He'll be lying in wait towards CT Spawn, but the smoke will block his vision. Is this the full commitment? It looks likely. He gets a kill through the smoke, though. That buys him some time. He knows they're fully committed to this stage, but he has found an advantage some way, somehow, as the bomb gets planted.
Liquid have got a nice little setup for this retake, not only having 5 men alive, but also a man advantage, kits, and a flash. 2, in fact, for Nitro. From behind Naf will be start the flank and actually finding connections. Another body drop for fnatic. This is such a peculiar pistol. Look at the player positions.
We'll see now if that kill is going to be enough. 5 versus 2. It looked like they were done for. They had a 4-man B set up as Twistzz. He'll find the penultimate kill. It's going to be JW with no options left. P250 and armor, sure, but 14 points of health. That is one of the best retakes you'll see as we manage to find an 8-8 scoreline now. They lost the entire bomb site. It looked like they were done for. Twistzz, he just fires off some pop shots here, gets the headshot. Now for the flank towards T-spawn as well, and then it's just relentless. They continue their assault. They continue to find shot after shot there. The defuse comes in, no problem at all. And the force spike in the second round after the bomb's planted. One cheeky Krieg in there for Brollan. It's his weapon of choice. Can he open things up towards middle?
Stewie will be just getting info for free. Nice work drawing the shots with his shoulder. So, at a glance, it's hard to see who has the advantage into this round. At least financially. Now, clear. fnatic do chunk Stewie down. 70 damage dealt. Quick maths.
Very quick.
You like that? Yeah, I know.
Comes to a bit of a standstill, but decent map control. Getting a player towards CPL like this early on in the round is very, very powerful. And you can see the CT's trying to react to that. They know they've lost a massive part of the map. Going to try and push towards this A ramp and see if they can reclaim territory. Pushing towards C spawn. EliGE watching the corner as Twistzz. He'll be challenged by flusha here. flusha's got the advantage. Not quite. Twistzz will find him, and that's going to be bringing things back in their favor after losing short.
Some damage dealt does make JW Scout does have a bit more lethality. Sneaking out and completely unspotted. There's the info. Stewie. That's twice. He's got a lot of information for free. Now here comes the bullets. It's this time in favor of Liquid. Twistzz handling things. And it continues. A complete massacre in favor of Liquid, and they will secure it. They convert the second round safely. And now no sweat into the third.
Absolutely not. That was well held. That was a force buy as well, remember. They didn't really give much away at all. Knowing they'd lost that CPL position, here's Twistzz getting in there, making sure they can't execute on top of them, making sure they have information at this stage. And then he gets a very valuable position towards the Tetris spot. You can see they're not even checking that area whatsoever. It's now flight to confirm things and maybe even get double digits here, because it's going to be the full EQ. You can see PT50 is pretty much across the board. We've got KRIMZ with a Desert Eagle, but no armor, no nades. Just going to be trying to find picks if possible, but there shouldn't really be much of a chance of that.
Nice combination. Suppressing fire from Stewie's Krieg. He's managed to pick that one up from Brollan in the round prior. A special treat for Stu, and finished off by the nade of his teammate. So this is going to be tough for Liquid unless like crazy drama occurs, but it doesn't look promising despite the frag. Oh, damn.
Yeah, not really much left to say about this round, I'm afraid. JW 2 HP, Golden on 5, flusha 42. They haven't recovered anything, and at this stage they do have the bomb down at T spawn. We have one player probing towards B. Just a matter of time before Liquid closes one out. If I can get one more kill, that'd be something, but I'm not even sure how that happens. Bomb still down.
Nothing you can do. Just hoping and praying that a CT will walk into your crosshair. That's the fnatic mantra into this round, and he's been found by Nap, and wow, how does JW get anything out of that with no HP? Into the smoke he goes, or at least using it to obscure his opponent's view of him. So 5 HP Deagle for Golden won't get a chance to even fire a bullet.
Well, there we go. The formalities of the first few rounds out the way. It's going to be 3-0 for Team Liquid after a very successful pistol. The AKs will come out now. Will we see a JW AWP though? I don't think so. It's going to be the AK-47 for him. Brollan, of course, on the Krieg. AWP for Stewie 2K. We said he'd be AWPing more and more on Mirage as the game develops, especially on this CT side. Haven't seen much from Nitro so far. Same story with Stewie. They're both on 6 and 7 kills respectively. Smokes towards mid, and Stewie 2K. Does he jump up towards shore here?
Ooh, might have been a bit of an oopsie. Didn't look quite perfect, but instead will extinguish the molly and escape it for a re-peek. Brollan's holding it under the smoke, and a first blood draw. Now fnatic looking to continue to advance on this advantage. JW, however, only doing damage to Nitro. The AWP bullet connects.
So it all comes to a bit of a standstill here. fnatic technically with the advantage here in the 4-on-4. Nitro, though, the AWP, you can see flusha. Cognizant of the fact that flanks could be coming through. We saw reactive play from Liquid before. That was towards the A ramp, but now he's considering the possibility of a palace push, but nothing there for now. 3 players towards A, Nitro, solo hold, and the B bomb site. Plenty of time here, trying to remove that vision. Good connect to smoke just to gain control.
They've only got one more smoke grenade for this T round, excuse me. And Golden's actually popped himself into the smoke. Now, if he was a little more to the right, he would have blocked the light, but not to be. Instead, 3 versus 3. Small poem by Alex Richardson, age 26.
Plan to come through. I don't think Naf can do anything about this. fnatic have managed to get themselves right back in the round. Nitro, he'll be on the other side of the map. They've already found him there. Well, JW did at least. And it's going to be fnatic bringing this back towards that A site with smokes down. And as he said, they only had one of those remaining. They use it towards CT spawn. It's very effective. They find all the kills required. And they bring the scoreline closer now. 10-9. We said it'd be a close one. It's suddenly delivering. Money in terms of Liquid setup. They've got 2K on Nitro and Naf. 1,800 for Twistzz. And here's the replay of KRIMZ just getting it done with the Creek here. So many great moments to this weapon over the course of the tournament. Nice spray control from flusha.
Spraying?
Yeah.
Gosh.
So they go for the force buy here. Now this is a big play. What a gamble. Knowing that the money's pretty weak on the fnatic side, they're going to have to do something pretty astonishing at this point. That nade's not bad to kick things off, taking Brollan down to 40 HP, but he continues his pressure towards short, but Stewie finds the frag.
And now he wants to compress the issue, advancing into middle and gets another frag. With only one rifle still in play, Liquid have still got a shot at this. Maybe, just maybe, Stewie might want to consider getting that M4 into someone with a little more health. Currently, though, he can take safe fights from his window, especially just watching for that window boost. Bomb towards the entrance into the B side of Mirage, and that's where they are headed.
Flashbangs available, Molotovs for the van. Can certainly bring this round back. This was the force buy, remember, for Liquid. 2 rifles, 3 pistols. Currently sits in a 4 versus 3. Woman on the clock. I dare say let's go for a contact play off this. Molotov's deployed. That's their cue to go. And Stewie 2K is ready and waiting with the rifle. The CZ doing great damage as well. That's the bomb going down and scrambling towards the side now. flusha just outmaneuvered by the CTs waiting on the bomb side there. They've done considerable damage, but overall JW left in a 4 versus 3 now. We'll see whether he can actually do this.
Oh, you can hear the steps. They're advancing. Twistzz will do enough alongside Stewie, who gets 3. He had 20 HP for 2 of those, Henry.
Yeah, that's right.
That's lovely survivability from him, and also just the team synergy in order to set him up, not making sure he was not the first contact on any of the fights after that.
Well, this is where it all began, managing to get that kill towards short, and Nitro, he positioned himself so well that the bomb gets dropped, and Stewie 2K, agile on the map, moving around, nailing the shots required there, and that was a force by such a gamble to take, but it's worked out fantastically well for them. Now the pressure applied towards fnatic, 11-9 down, they're going to force by themselves. See the scout come through, it's Brollan on the Krieg, and I think they've taken a tactical timeout. Indeed they have. 4-1 in favor of Liquid in the second half. Force buy was dangerous to say the least, but they make it work.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite the risk to be taking at this stage in the game, in this
Map 3.
stage of a tournament. Wow, Liquid, it pays off, and it pays huge dividends. You can see not only do they come into the next round with a full buy, but the buy consists of 3 saved weapons that from the T Arsenal, Krieg, 2 AK. That one-tap potential, and of course you want to put it on your hard hitters. You got Naf on that as alongside EliGE, both robots in the server. Mechanical aim. Doesn't look too bad actually for fnatic with this force. Now it's all, the dust has settled and the timeout's been taken. It's utility that took the hardest hit.
Yeah, indeed. They've only got a few smokes out there. JW just a flashbang on that scout. Big advantages here for Liquid, but certainly a serviceable setup here from fnatic. They can make this one work, and the scout has been doing tremendous work for JW throughout this tournament. Like, surprising how good he's been with that weapon.
Yeah, no, truly. Only a few players feel comfortable enough to be pulling it out on such a consistent basis. He's one of them.
That's Nitro in full B apartments control, by the way. He smoked them off. And now he can set himself up to a position where they're going to have to fully commit with flashbangs and try and push their way back. So they can actually gamble towards the A-bomb side at this stage. You've got 3 players there. Stewie 2K, joined by EliGE and Twistzz. A powerful setup, especially with Twistzz with the Krieg.
The only chink in the armor at that point is going to be middle. Of course, you can't hit B through that short, and at the moment the responsibility has fallen to Naf. No smoke, put him on top if you have to. And oh, Cat caught playing anti-flash, but still no frag. The nade might finish him off, though. KRIMZ is low and just gets chinked down even lower. Down now to 10 HP as more bullets hit him, but he's found Twistzz, and now back and forth we go. EliGE towards the ramp. It's exceptional. How did he find 3? Now Nitro is going to be finding just the 1, but the damage is done. JW's got nothing. Just that Glock. It does upgrade though. Into the M4, Scout on the floor. Chance into the first, but can't even finish it. EliGE, you are ridiculous.
I can't even describe how good that is, Alex. Like, it looked like, yeah, 1 kill, sure, that's possible, but how the hell do you get the second there? We've got to look at that one again. He's so good at the game. AK-47 in hand, that doesn't look human.
Come on. I mean, admittedly, it's softened up to the 10 HP KRIMZ, but that transfer is just beautiful to watch. Counter-Strike continuing to be the most beautiful game when played to a degree like that. Beautiful stuff. Let's see if he's going to run with this momentum. Just trying to throw some bullets towards the mid-cross. Was a little late on his arrival, and now they're already charging down middle. That's Stewie. I'm not sure that smoke's going to keep them at bay. They may want to go through it. Good shots to JW's cross on short, but still nobody's dropped. fnatic just on the pistols here. No care apart from that was KRIMZ's Kevlar, now shattered. And so is the fnatic dreams of finding the 10th round here. This will be 13 for Liquid. Hopeful taps from flusha.
Yeah, so patient. Not going to be working out for them. Another clean sweep for Liquid here. 13-9. And our third and final map. They're looking in good stead to go to the grand final here. That was the eco, however. fnatic still have a few lives left. Orps out for JW. Haven't seen much of this on the T side so far. 18 kills to his name. Top fragging for fnatic. And maybe those go to the set pieces at this point.
Yeah. Perhaps it's time. Gotten so far on that CT side, but with just 1 round to show for their T side so far, so deep into it. Round 23 now. Can't help but feel it's time for it to go back to the drawing board just a little bit. Great fragging from the stars of the show, JW and KRIMZ delivering here on Mirage, our 3rd map of this spectacular semi. He's jumping, he's scoping. If anyone's close, the calls come in. And Stewie's already caught the extension. KRIMZ was the first one out. Maybe wanted to hold down a position, but look at the flanks coming in favour of Liquid, and they continue. This time Twistzz willing to take the duel. The bomb's now loose. flusha and Golden. Golden could maybe retrieve that bomb. That smoke may even aid his escape if he wanted to do so, but instead he stands his ground, and he's got a good understanding of where the fight would come from. Wasn't ready for the repeat of EliGE. And now flusha.
Yeah, not really much you can do with this one, Alex. They tried the contact play towards the A side, but completely outgunned and outdueled there in every single facet of the exchange. It will be flusha. Watching the 4 versus 1. Yeah, he could definitely bring that to the table.
40 seconds. He's procedurally clearing.
He's going for it.
Yeah, he's got the bomb on this site. He will start to reveal his location, but Twistzz doesn't look like he's going to survive that one. Oh, just about. Heard the sound cue enough. Switches it up to the AWP and likely just going to keep hold of that one. Hold himself in this safe haven, this warehouse.
I don't think he can though, because Nitro's coming in from T-spawn. They know exactly where he is. They've got 18 seconds just to lock him in that position. Nitro's confirmed he hasn't left yet, so they're getting themselves up top towards the palace position. That'll be it now. He actually did it right now, right down to 28. He's got another one as well. Surely he goes down. What's going on here?
5 seconds. The round isn't his, but my God, the style points are another one pushing in close. It's Nitro and flusha.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. He makes this AWPing just look like fluid up against Liquid, no less.
Nitro could have challenged that earlier, but he wanted to run the clock down to 0 to make sure flusha had no money going forward. Ultimately, this gives him another kill. Somehow he survives that one. I have no idea how he pulls that one off. He gives him a lifeline going forward. Sure, they're 49 down. At least have the AWP still. That's tenacity personified.
Yeah, I'll tell you now, they wouldn't have been able to afford the AWP had he not saved this.
They must have flashed each other as well. EliGE came through there completely blind.
But like, it's almost like he sussed it out. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to escape, so he knew he'd have to take the fight, bring the fight to them on Palace. But the fact that he gets 2, the flash is getting awkward for Liquid. However, the score is not. 14 now to 9. They are 2 rounds away from the grand finals versus the Great Danes of Astralis. The Swedes now desperate to find their 2nd round on this T-side Mirage. Now, what if that flusha AWPing continues into this? Because that's pretty much their best bet bet given the buy.
They would have had nothing without that AWP being saved. Had he had died there to Nitro after the timer, he would have $950 right now. He'd have nothing else really to work with, but he has the AWP. They are going to take a partial buy, actually. They're not going to invest everything they've got, so they're going to try and save some money going forward, but Stewie 2K, this time changing things up. He goes towards that Palace position and gives flusha a taste of his own medicine, and it's going to be a 5-on-4 very quickly indeed, and that's the AWP removed, but can it be retrieved?
Is a very good question. Stewie's aggression, they're going to have to be paranoid, maybe even invest utility, which they just do not have, so instead they'll just send JW and Eagle and armor, and he goes loud, just wants to get the answer quickly, whether or not it was being contested. It was not. And a second bite of the cherry for fnatic, already with the man disadvantage. Love the proactive push from Stewie. Just as they knew that fnatic were running out of options, he arrives.
They've kind of run out as well at this point because they got one smoke, one flash. They have recovered the AWP, but just whittling down that clock. Liquid are happy to be patient at this stage. Stewie 2K holds towards CT spawn. Got his teammate Twistzz towards that Palace position. Doesn't need him though. The orb's connecting left, right, and center. It's KRIMZ waiting that connector. He does well on the CT side, but can't replicate it here in round number 24. Brollan left in a 5 versus 1. That's going to be series point.
Semi-final. Could very well be Liquids, and they've done it with great style here in the second half of our final map.
They've only given up 1 round in the second half.
CT specialists, good damage dealt. Keeps Stewie honest, forces him back, but the kill is Twistzz. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds in a row is what the order is for fnatic.
But remember, they didn't force buy there. They still have some residual cash with the lost bonus coming through. They will have, at least a full buy going forward. The AWP shut down quickly by Stewie 2K. Pretty much shut down the round completely. 5 rifles, the chance coming through to send them home apparently. That's exactly what they're going to try and do now. They've got 6 opportunities to do so. And now this does look like the set piece. 4 players towards the air ramp, just 1 player waiting towards top and middle. That's going to be JW. 1 round will do it. Astralis versus Liquid in the final. A tantalizing prospect. The first push comes through and it's successful. Brollan gets the kill.
Yeah, he got caught on the quick switch and can't quite stabilize enough. It's golden to keep the trades going in favor of fnatic. 4 men versus 3. The rotate coming in from CT. The smoke will stand for this plant, and there's nothing that Naf can do about it. A couple of bullets perhaps, and they don't connect. Molotov in kind. Golden, are you going aggressive with that health? He is. Realizing his mistake, perhaps he looks to cower just a little bit. Tagged up, but it's KRIMZ still going, and that is going to be the 10th then for fnatic. They confirm it with a quick flurry of frags. And so 15 then to 10 fnatic. They passed the first test, 5 more to go, and Liquid, they will be able to present essentially a full buy. A drops AWP, I believe, is all they need to do. Look at this from KRIMZ. Unfazed, undaunted by the low HP, and he even gets another one here.
Great shots coming through those Kriegs. I like that from Brollan. The smoke was down. The surprise element with the flashbang over the top. He sneaks out of the smoke there, finds the opening pick, and they fully commit to that stage. Like you said, it's a full buy, but there are compromises to be made. Twistzz will have the FAMAS here. If fnatic can win this round, they might be onto something. Overtime could be a possibility here. There's certainly a team capable of doing so.
Oh, Twistzz, he's going to have a fight with flusha, and he wins it. Now advancing. What is Brollan doing? He's been caught in the open. He was in limbo, fully flashed, and now 3 frags away, 2 frags away, 1 frag away. Liquid are off to the grand finals. Counter-Strike. We'll see Astralis versus Liquid one more time in 2019. It's confirmed with a frag from Twistzz.
Yeah, that's such a fantastic performance on the CT side. It started off really roughly here for Team Liquid. Remember Overpass? They looked like they were out of their depth. They were 9-0 down. It seemingly didn't turn up to this semi-final whatsoever. Stewie 2K couldn't get fragging at all. A few key names were missing, but they bounced back. Inferno was theirs. That was a clinical performance, and they brought that over to Mirage as well. 8-7 in the first half. We thought we'd see the full distance here. We didn't quite get that, but you've got to respect what Liquid did on their CT side there. Not many teams can touch that.
No, I mean, not many teams can make fnatic's